Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a quick but thorough comparison video on two popular fragrances, one being the Burberry Goddess. This is the OG, and then the Lattafa's rendition of it, which is Angham. Burberry Goddess is a predominantly vanilla and lavender, emphasis on the lavender fragrance. I love this one. It has quite a big dent in it. I don't really use any of my fragrances sparingly. Whenever I want to use a fragrance, I am an oversprayer. I absolutely love this fragrance. From the whole Burberry line, I have to say that Burberry Goddess is one of my absolute favorites. There is another fragrance called Athena that I believe is also in the same realm. But anyway, so I have the actual OG for this video. I love this one so much. This is definitely a fragrance that if you don't mind lavender, I think I said it in my last video, if you don't mind lavender, I think this is a amazing signature scent. I could see this being used year round. It's one that I'm familiar with. I get a lot of use out of in my collection, and I'm very happy to have it in my collection. However, we know that I'm a big fan of Lattafa and a lot of Lattafa dupes, clones, impressions of. I got this one, I want to say it was about a week ago, so I haven't had it that long. It hasn't done its full process that I like to do, but this was one that upon first sniff, it was a love. Oh my gosh, it is so nice. It is so nice. Angham is everything I love about Burberry Goddess. Again, lavender. I've mentioned this before, lavender is not like my number one favorite note in the world, but it's not a note that I detest. It is more prominent in Burberry Goddess. Side by side, I did 3 sprays of each. I smell so much more of the lavender in the opening of Goddess. And it kind of does stick through the whole like dry down and on the skin. The lavender does jump out at you. So I do think that you have to like lavender to like Burberry Goddess. If you don't like lavender, I don't think it'll be your favorite thing in the world. But I will say, if you don't want to splurge on Goddess, I think, in my humble opinion, that Angham is better anyways. Especially if you don't love lavender, or maybe you're trying to get into lavender, or I don't think that we should try to force ourselves to like fragrances that are popular. If you don't like a fragrance, you don't like a fragrance. And you have to, it's okay. Like, we don't all like the same things. As somebody who does not love lavender, I think Angham is perfect. It's perfect. It's softer, I will say. When I'm comparing the two side by side, Burberry is stronger in the sense of it's louder. The lavender's more prominent. It's just louder overall. There's something slightly softer and a little bit more vanilla is prominent. Vanilla and ginger is what I pick up more in Angham versus Burberry Goddess vanilla and lavender. There's something more delicate, a little bit softer than Goddess. So for me, this would be the perfect middle ground, where if like maybe you're not quite sure if you want a full bottle of Goddess, I think it's still worth a sniff at the very least to see if it's something that you're even interested in, since this is something that you can go and sniff in a department store. So I do love this one, and I do think it was worth it, and I'm so happy I have it. I think Angham's just better only because the lavender's toned down. I smell more vanilla, cacao, and kind of the same cacao that's in Nebra's, if I'm not mistaken. I'm getting like that same kind of note. And then the ginger, which is another note that I do like. So that's just my quick, honest opinion on both. I think packaging on both are gorgeous. These are press-ons that I love, but they are looking a little bit rough. I did it before the hurricanes. We lost power for a few days, and it's been rough going, But anyways, this is Burberry Goddess. beautiful packaging, so sleek and clean, and it looks gorgeous on your vanity, and minus my fingerprints all over. I think the same of Angham. And if I'm not mistaken, Angham is either a singer. When I was searching for Angham, I believe I came across a singer. Yes. So Angham is an Egyptian singer and musician. I hope I'm saying her name right. She is absolutely gorgeous. She is a singer, recording artist, and actress. Her debut was in 1987 under the guidance of her father. It's also cool because I stumbled across, I want to listen to some of her music. I haven't yet, but that would explain if there's another meaning to, oh my gosh, and she's a Capricorn just like me. Cute. She's only like a couple days after me. Anyways, that's besides the point, but I guess that would explain the musical notes on the front and the back on the hardware of Angham. I think it's really, really cute. Still very sleek and precious. It's just a little bit more minimal on the Burberry Goddess, but nonetheless, same vibes. I'm happy to have both of them because while I do love Burberry Goddess, she's not like my signature scent or something that I have to have in my collection. I feel like I would miss it if it wasn't in my collection, but because I have Angham, I don't think I need to have both. Just a thought. I'm not, like, I have nothing negative to say about this besides if you don't at least like lavender, I don't think that you would love Burberry Goddess. But with that being said, it even plays softer, like on the skin, on the dry down. It's just more delicate, just a little bit softer. Projection, I want to say, at least for the first couple of hours, I want to say that Burberry Goddess has a stronger projection. It does eventually start tapering off for me around 5 hours. I would need to reapply. I do have a travel spray of this. Let's get a little atomizer or whatever to just throw in my purse. This is one of those fragrances that I would need to reapply. Unless I just go nose blind to it super quickly. That's a possibility as well. Angham projection is weaker. I don't think that you can smell this from very far away. I would say maybe like 2 or 3 feet at the very most. It does have a nice soft scent bubble though. So I don't think that, I like to be smelled. Like I like for people to smell me, but that's not going to make or break my opinion on a fragrance because for the most part, I know everybody loves compliments and I'm not throwing any shots at anybody. But I feel like there's like a common theme of every time that we're talking about like projection or sillage and stuff like that. There's this whole conversation about like, I was chased down the street for this. I was stalked down the grocery store aisles because I don't want any of that for me. Okay. So like, those are all things that make me go like, I want you to be like, oh, she smells good. Like if you were close to me, you could be like, wow, you smell really good. But I don't want to be like chased down for anything, you know? I just don't love that, but that's just a personal thought. A lot of times I'll see videos or shorts or whatever of people saying like, oh, don't wear this if you don't want to be chased down the street. So somebody can ask you what fragrance you're wearing because it makes me feel anxious. So that's whatever. That's neither here nor there. That's not the point. I want to smell good. That's all I care about. I want to feel like I smell good. So that to me isn't, I should preface that a lot of times because when I say projection and longevity and things like that, I do want a fragrance to be long lasting, but to me it's just not a deal breaker if it's not, because 9 times out of 10, I don't want to throw a whole perfume in my purse, but I'll at least, if I really want to smell like a fragrance and I want to keep smelling that thought at the forefront of my mind, then I will carry a decant of it. It's just my preference, but again, I know that could be a deal breaker for some people. I find that Angham sits closer to the skin. Again, I've only had this for about a week, and I do know that along with the scent profile changing, longevity, projection, sillage, all those things can also evolve over time. So take it with a grain of salt. This is also like, unless you get Goddess on a discount site, I think that this is about a third or half. I would say a third to a half the price of Burberry Goddess. So if price is a driving factor for you, I would just take that into consideration. I feel like this could be a scent that could be overall well loved and received and mass appealing, kind of like this is for me, in my opinion, as a non-lavender lover. So I feel like I would smell that on anyone and think that it smells gorgeous on them. But, you know, just be aware of the notes. If lavender is something that you don't love, I just find it less pronounced in Angham. And I am happy to have both of them. I'm happy to have it feels like a backup bottle of Goddess, even though I do truly love this one. Like, I'll layer them, I'll wear them individually, and I'm just happy to smell like this general scent. Does that make sense? So anyways, that's all I have. I do have a maceration update to do. So that was my long-winded way of saying I don't think that you absolutely need to have both. If you have this and maybe you don't want to repurchase Goddess for, you know, retail price or whatever, I think that Angham would be an excellent choice. I really do love this fragrance. I'm very happy to have it in my collection. And it really just feels like a backup bottle, really is what it feels like to me. I'm not a person that thinks that you should reserve things for special occasions, because we never know if we're even gonna have a chance for a special occasion. So I think that you should enjoy your fragrances. If you're spending your hard-earned money on them, I think that you should enjoy them as you see fit. I just want to let you know, I love both of these. I'm happy to have both of these. I have nothing negative to say about either of them, but this is just overall a softer fragrance with less lavender and more vanilla to my nose. And then Burberry Goddess, more prominent lavender, still vanilla, still delicious and wonderful, and I love it. But I would just say, do with that what you will. I am happy to let you know that this was one that was not a fail for me, and I do think it would be worth a shot. So yeah, so that's everything I have for this video. Let me know your thoughts down below. Have you tried Goddess? Have you tried Angham? What are your thoughts and opinions? How do they compare? What do you think? I would love to hear more. I can't stress enough how much fun it is to not only read but have whole conversations with you guys in the comments about your favorites, your experiences, your not favorites. I love hearing from you guys, and I love knowing what you guys have your noses on and things that you're looking to try, thoughts and opinions that you have. It's not a one-sided situation where it's just me telling you to go out and buy all these things. I genuinely want to hear, what have you tried? How do you feel about it? You feel about the things mentioned in this video, whether they're in agreement or disagreement with me, that's fine. I really truly have such a good time. And sometimes you guys make me cry because the comments are so thoughtful and so sweet that I cry happy tears, because I'm like, I can't believe that these perfect strangers are so kind to another stranger on the internet, and it just means the world to me. So anyways, I'm not gonna get too mushy. I just wanted to say thank you, because I just didn't expect really much of anything, but especially not so much like kindness and so many sweet comments and really cool ideas, fun layering recommendations, things that you guys want to see or that you're interested in. So it just feels like a small little corner of the internet that I'm really happy to be here and hanging out with you guys. And I really thank you for spending some time with me today. Subscribe if you want to. Give me a thumbs up if you want to see more comparison videos or videos like this. Or don't if you don't want to. It's okay. Like, I'm not here for that. I'm here to just share my thoughts and opinions on the internet with you. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.